Many apologies for doing this at the start of an episode. I wouldn't normally do something like this, but hopefully you'll see why I'm doing it as I explain what's happened here. So basically, Patreon really dropped the ball this month and messed up a lot of payments to the extent that the majority of them, or at least a good fifth to a quarter of them, were completely declined. Now, as a result, you've automatically been removed by Patreon services from the Patreon Discord group, so there's no way for me to get in touch with the people that have been affected by this. So, saying it here in the hopes that those of you who were affected will see this, because obviously, like I said, I've got no other way to contact you guys. Let me know if you're someone who's been affected, and I'll set up a Discord role so that you can rejoin the group and so that we can get back in contact. Apologies for that. Hopefully, they will have that fixed very, very soon. And back to our regularly scheduled programming, we are here with King Bob the Meek of North Valyria. One change I'm going to make to the series going forward, by the way, is that the music in the Game of Thrones mod is really, really good. I sort of noticed it when I was editing yesterday's episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn off the in-game music as I'm playing here, and then I'm going to edit it in post, so that you guys can hear it and experience it, because it is a very, very good soundtrack. Not sure if it's taken from something else, or whether they've had it composed, or I have no idea what's going on with that, but it's pretty cool. So I'm going to add that in post so that, you know, all my editing and messing around with the video doesn't ruin it for you guys, because I think it adds a lot to the immersion. So, King Bob the Meek of North Valyria is now chosen by R'hllor. Like I said last episode, really, really funny, but a little bit shitty, because I was putting all my eggs in this Emmerdon basket. You know, the genius, attractive, formidable fighter, or at least skilled fighter. He's patient, he's gregarious, he's humble. The only downside is he's arbitrary. He's an incredible warrior. Yet, of course, King Bob the Meek, would be, of course, the one chosen by the Red God. It's unbelievable. It's very, very funny, though. It's a really great story. So, now we are playing as the Chosen of Azor Ahai. Our heir is also incredibly powerful. We have the bloodline. If I go and... Oh, I should say we are Azor Ahai, not that we're the chosen one. We're chosen by the Red God. We're supposedly Azor Ahai reborn. We have the blood of Azor Ahai, which, of course, have been passed on to all of our children there as well. 3 bloodlines. Over the course of 2 characters. That was obviously our last character there. This is very, very good. I think we've made a very good turnaround on these last couple of boys. So, what's the plan then? I think first things first, we take all of Slaver's Bay. I think that's got to happen. I've been saying this a couple of times, but they are sort of weakened a little bit right now, because Astapor have been weakened by just constant war, crappy rulers. Yunkai are currently at war with the Gogosossi Empire from our last series, so he's defending against him as well. What are they doing? War score, what are they doing? Oh, it's an embargo war. That's cool. So it means it's going to destroy their troops, and it's going to destroy their economy, meaning we can move in and sweep it up. Now, we do have some claims on them as well. We have claims on the High City of Marine, which was, of course, swallowed up by Yunkai last episode. We have claims on, I believe, actually, the capital, don't we? Yeah, the City of Yunkai as well. Our diplomat is still there. Our Justiceer is still there, trying to fabricate claims on what we can get. Now, when the war with Gogosos has ended, we'll immediately press the advantage. We've got 17,000 troops, so we can almost match them as it is. But I think waiting for, obviously, these boys to, like I said, destroy their economy, take out a few more troops, siege down some provinces, deplete some garrisons, then we'll move in. Because if we don't give their garrison a chance to replenish, we could just assault all of this down, as they've done, and basically win the war very, very quickly, right? So that's the plan. Try and take the whole of Slaver's Bay. That is going to make us an absolute powerhouse. Now, for a series that was sort of based around restoring Valyria, what I did notice when I accidentally pressed the Dynasties map mode, look at this. So we're Zapaeryan, obviously High Valyrian. House Targaryen are absolutely everywhere, and then of course we've got a cattle there, which are the Aztecs. But House Targaryen everywhere. They've actually taken back a lot of these Valyrian territories, I suppose, if you want to look at it like that. Old Valantis was founded by Valyrians, but then eventually they sort of lost the Old Valyrian way and just became sort of parts of Essos. They inherited a lot of other Assossi culture. So some of them are Assossi Valyrian, some of them are just Volantine. Yeah, so this guy is Assossi rather than Valyrian. But it's kind of cool. Now, one of you said on the last episode, and this is a comment I like a lot, we should try and take back Volantis from the Iron Throne. Simply because Volantis is, like as I just explained, a really good mix between Essos and Valyria. Not only that, but the Great Plaza is essentially the Rome of the R'hllor faith. It's the capital. It's where the religious head sits. Stormsinger Donlos. Is he the religious head? Oh, no, he isn't. High Priest. Oh, but he is there as well. Strong claim on the city of the Great Plaza, and he has the Temple of R'hllor there as well. So we could try and restore the papacy. That could essentially be our goal. Before, obviously, we go and deal with Topbog Spoff and the absolute mess that he's made. Is he still around, by the way? Topbog, are you still here? I think he is. I'm sure we checked up on him at the end of last episode. Yeah, we did. Bit of malaise there. And then, of course, the Gogosossi Sea is still under House Toad, so everything's still going as you'd expected. But I really do like the idea of making Volantis our new capital and sort of reclaiming the Valyrian areas. Anyway, let's dive into things and see how we get on. Oh. Light rises to meet it. You wake in excruciating pain. Your head feels as if it's alight. The whispers of the old gods that you've grown accustomed to seem louder than ever before, because of course this dude was infected by that scourge we had when playing as Aenus. So this guy's had the scourge for all his life, almost. That's kind of cool. So it's almost as if they're screaming. You stumble around your bed chambers and fall in front of the fire hearth. Although the fireplace is lit, it's a small flame, a far cry from the inferno you're hearing. Before long, the sound of a roaring fire is too much to ignore. It even drowns out the screams of the scourge. Mustering up your remaining strength, you shout for the guards outside, who probably begin unlocking the chamber door. All you hear is fire and screaming, light and darkness. Up, you fools! Gain the trait, fire obsessed. I mean, that's fairly understandable for somebody who can hear nothing but fire. Cleansing flame. The guards begin slamming against the chamber door, which is firmly jammed. You hear them cry out, but you can do nothing but claw at your temple. Everything falls silent, and the fire becomes transfixing. You crawl towards it, inching your face closer and closer. It's beckoning you. You cannot resist. With a final wave of madness, you plunge your head into the flame. King Bob the Meat loses the trait, the Scourge. King Bob gets the trait burned and severely injured. I think that's fair. Nice. The Scourge is gone. Thank God for that. Hopefully, that is a fair and balanced event there sent by the Red God. Thank you, Red God, for getting rid of the Scourge. Anyway, we're obviously chosen by R'hllor, so in theory, this should be fairly well healed. Now, if we get enough sacrifices, if we get enough points with the Red God, which we can check by... How did we do it? We did it by looking into the fire. There is a way, so 5.25, if we get enough sacrifices, I don't know how much we need, but that's not very much. If we get enough sacrifices, when we die, or if we're severely injured, we can become resurrected. Now, I believe, one of you left a comment at the last episode, I'm not sure whether or not this is true, I never actually checked, because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But apparently, if you're resurrected by the Red God, you essentially just become immortal, right? Because you've been brought back to life with this fire magic. That's cool. Now, we are burnt, unfortunately. Diplomacy -4, health -0.25, and we're severely injured. Health -2, but we did get rid of the Scourge, which was kind of a pain in the ass, because that was giving us -1 health anyway. So we've essentially traded -1 health for minus... we've lost, or we've gained 0.75 health, if you want to look at it that way. But we have to get ourselves cured pretty goddamn quickly. Turns out, slamming your head into a fireplace, probably not a good idea. So, shall we... Do we even have a maester? Okay, so we have a high priest, which counts as our sort of court physician, to my knowledge. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Can we get treatment, or... Will they just... Oh, we've been treated recently. Oh, shit. Okay. Support the carpenters. Why have we been treated recently? What was wrong with us? Oh, right. Diarrhea. Of course. From our alchemy experiment. How could I forget when we fucked up our alchemy? So, during the long period of abandonment, the roads around Elyria have become virtually unusable. This really plays into the master plan I was talking about earlier, right? We're rebuilding the roads into Volantis so that we can eventually, hopefully, invade. So, of course, we'll give our stewards gold to rebuild them at 100 gold, or do we want to save it for the war against Yunkai? We don't get this event often. We won't get it again, actually, so I will give the stewards the gold to rebuild them. Now, this war could go on for quite a while. They're both absolute powerhouses in their own right, so that could take some time, constantly gaining and subtracting war score from one another. Should we send our... So what's a Master of Coin overlooking right now? Elyria. We should probably send into one of the colonies in Elyria or Draconis to oversee construction. Oh, Draconis isn't even a colony anymore, so we'll send it to Elyria to sort of connect us up to the Volantine land. So these actually are parts of Volantis, but they've been captured by the Dothraki, so that could be another goal of ours to actually kick those boys out permanently this time. So we'll send you to Elyria to help smooth things over. We can designate Draconis as a traditional heir title. One of you said designate Montaris as a traditional title because that place has trade routes. Really wish I'd have actually built... Oh, man. And it's under Yunkai. If they're embargoed, am I right in thinking their trade posts are destroyed, or are they just destroyed in the place that's embargoing them? So I think they'll just be destroyed across the Gogasossi Sea. So we could, in turn, also embargo them, destroy the trade post, and rebuild it for ourselves, right? Where does the trade route run exactly? So we can't build one in Draconis, just because we don't have enough gold. Okay, that's fair enough. So we'll wait until we've got 49 gold. There we go. Problem solved. Boom. We'll build that there. That will hopefully bolster up our economy quite a lot, because we're still only getting 12.27 gold, which isn't a massive amount considering the size of our domain here. Now that we've been purified by fire and the Scourge is gone, we can attempt to hatch the dragon egg. I'm still not going to do it. So one of the mechanics to hatching a dragon in this is getting dragon lore, which is visiting sort of major sites around the world and learning everything there is to know about the dragons that live there. So Valyria is one of them, actually. I believe we've already got it from, like, Draconis or Elyria. I think they all count for it. We can also visit... Now, I'm not entirely sure about this, but there's Dragonstone. There's Harrenhal, which is here. Obviously, Dragonstone being this small island here that the Targaryens first built up when they landed in Westeros. There's Harrenhal, which was a massive castle built by Harren the Black, which was completely melted by Dragonfire. There's also the Field of Fire somewhere around here. I believe it's Greenfield, in fact. If we visit there, that was the site of a major battle with a dragon. Where else can we visit? Oh, Asshai is another one, so we can go and see Topbog Spoff to try and get some dragon lore. If we want to hatch the dragon as this character, that's something we'll definitely do. Go on a big world tour to try and get all these pieces of dragon lore, because that increases your chance of successfully hatching a powerful dragon, basically. Oh, shit. Well, here we go. This is a follow-up event to when we became chosen by R'hllor. Under the direction of High Priest Emidon, you could attempt to take the mantle of Azor Ahai by plunging a sword into the pyre of burning relics of Valyria and convert the people of Blackcliffs. So, funnily enough, we can only do this if we have a province that isn't R'hllor. I thought we actually converted a lot of them. Oh, you know what? We didn't get the Blackcliffs, and obviously these are new colonies. Sweet, okay. I'm Azor Ahai Reborn. We can convert Blackcliffs. Everyone at this location will be radicalized. R'hllor followers will become zealous, and all but the most devout heretics will be converted. That's very, very cool. And we gain Lightbringer, which is the flaming sword of Azor Ahai. Obviously, we've got to do this. Or we can say, no thank you. Why would you ever say no thank you to that? I guess maybe it's because if you've been... I don't know, maybe you're doing a campaign as Valyrian and you accidentally get chosen. I have no idea how you would do that. But anyway, let's take a look. Oh my god, our sword is called Burn Them All as well. This is so appropriate. I kind of forgot how many fire-obsessed burnt characters we've had over the course of this campaign. Lightbringer, +1 martial, +15 personal combat, and 0.5 versus Burn Them All, which gives +20 personal combat. Oh man, so it gives more personal combat. It gives the same amount of martial. But this gives more prestige. But the sword gives higher vassal opinion. The thing is, Lightbringer is just a flaming sword, but the sword is made of just regular old metal, right? It's just a flaming sword. Whereas this one is Valyrian steel, which is sword made of, well, they assume dragonfire. So honestly, this one still kind of fits the bill. Lightbringer, you're cool and all, but you are basically just going to sit on the mantelpiece at this stage. Whoa, hang on a minute. We've got right-click options that I didn't even know existed. You can sacrifice to R'hllor to heal your injuries and diseases. You can sacrifice to R'hllor to try and heal your disfigurements. Oh shit, was there an in-game way of healing the Scourge? Whoops. Oh well, my way was cooler. Try and heal your injuries and diseases. So we change our sacrifice by -1. Oh, 96% chance we're healed. Oh, well, obviously I'm going to do that. Boom, there we go. High Priest Emidon stands before you and calls upon the Lord of Light to lift the darkness from you and heal your sickness. He uses the fire to treat the afflicted areas and leaves you immediately feeling relieved. We lose the traits stress and diarrhea. Boom, thank you very much. Can we also heal your disfigurement? Wait, so he's going to heal the burning on us as well. Oh my god, and we lose possessed and severely injured. The disfigurement you suffer is great, but High Priest Emidon is confident the Lord of Light can cure it from his chosen. The Red Priest erects a large pyre and bids you to enter it. As you do so, the heat does not harm you and frees you of your affliction. This is incredible. There we go. So we lose the trait burn, we lose the trait severely injured, and we lose the trait possessed. Oh man, it's a real shame we can't lose Lunatic, but honestly, that seems very, very powerful to make up for it. So the Yunkish war with Golgothos have ended, and I assume Golgothos won that one probably fairly handily. We'll have to find him and check his truces very briefly. Truce with Wise Master Azak the Careless was won by Emperor Elyria of the Golgothosi Sea. Nice. Okay, so this is basically time to push our advantage, right? 14,000 men versus 17,000 men. We only have a little bit of gold, so that's kind of worrying, but I think we should be fine. We can border dispute them over Borash, which should be ours anyway. They colonized that. Bloody Vengeance, which is kind of cool. What do? We imprison him. We take 272 gold. We gain the city of Yunkai. We become his new liege. Am I reading that? Oh, hang on. The high city of Borash becomes ours as well. Oh, okay. I'm getting 100 prestige. This might be good. All Zoquaggers in Yunkai will be taken prisoner. We take his entire family prisoner. We could burn them all. This might be a cooler one, actually. What we've got? We've got Slave Raid. We've got de jure claim on Borash. We've got claim Yunkai. Oh, we can't even claim Marine anyway. Seeing as Marine was the one where we've got most of the totals, I think I'm going to go for Bloody Vengeance. Let's do it. Let's show him the power of the Red God and Azor Ahai Reborn. Right. Team, rise up. We're going to burn so many people in this war. Holy shit. What happened to my rally points, though, by the way? Excuse me? My rally points? She's very sick. Right, there we go. Let's try that one instead, and then we'll move them down to Tolos as well. So I did make Tolos the designated title of the heir of Elyria. Kind of makes sense, because it's very, very close. It's also a fairly rich province. I agree with the comment that I should have made Mantaris the one instead, because of the trade route, but honestly, I think this one kind of works anyway. Was Tolos not our first sort of conquest as well as Elyria? I'm pretty sure it was. Right, let's pick up everybody. We should be fairly... This should be a fairly easy war. Oh my god, they're being attacked by the army of Ibn as well. Oh, well, we've picked, like, the best time to do this, because they definitely will not win this one. Like, it's going to be impossible for them to win this with two major wars. We've apparently sieged their trade post as well, accidentally. What are they doing here? Are they actually sending troops to attack us? I mean, that's good, because the AI, as we've seen before, is fairly atrocious at naval combat. Not only that, but they're also splitting their army to deal with these multiple wars at once, so this is going to work out incredibly well for us. And we had a son? No, my grandson. Born to my son and my daughter. He's a genius. Grandparents are 2 generations of the same grandparents. Let's ignore that one. Aegor. So, Prince Aerion, a supposed red priest, and my unmarried daughter. Can we not just get them married? Would that not have just been easier? And arranged marriage, you two, what was his name? Aerion. Aerion. Where is he? We can't actually. Oh, because he's a red priest, surely. Yeah, no, he's not in our court either. Oh, that's annoying. Sure, whatever. Aegor. There we go. We could always legitimize him, because obviously he does have that genius trait from... Doesn't have that genius... Sorry. Doesn't have that genius trait. That's what I meant. Did that say traitors have risen up? Where? Oh, it'd probably be reinforcing armies for the enemy. So probably the enemy got some reinforcement. That's absolutely fine. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the old bait and switch. We're going to head here. They're going to move troops into our capital. We're going to reland our entire army, as in land them, not do a naval landing, but just move the ships back into dock and just destroy them all. So let's just make sure we've got the best commanders. 1917. Let's replace you with you. Wait, hang on. Replace you with you. Put Gillo on the right flank. And then Sidoros. Yeah, these are great commanders. Look at that. Holy shit. He's also heavy infantry leader, and we do have a lot of heavy infantry. Versus this dude who's a siege leader and unyielding. Gives 10% morale defense, so I might just go with that one. I think we'll be fine. 2,000 men. So this is a very, very easy war score. There we go. 8% immediately because they're idiots. Thank you very much. The only downside to this method is if we aren't careful, obviously they could land quite a large force, larger than we'd be able to take back. If they manage to siege to the top level, then we really are screwed. Alright, let's move in. Let's see if we can take their capital. So the other war, I assume they lost versus Ibn. Their provinces have no garrisons at all. This is going to be so easy to take Yunkai. It's just going to fall in like 2 seconds flat. Watch this. Here we go. Hello, welcome. Assault that one down. Send them to my dungeon. 47% already. We could assault this one down. Do I want to give it a dragon egg? Absolutely not. How dare you? We could assault it down. Oh, fort level 10 or above. I'm actually going to build a fort here then. Mainly because we are taking attrition. And it'll help us lock it down a little bit. Probably won't get rid of that entire attrition. What's the supply line here? 15k. Yeah, definitely won't get rid of that entire attrition. But it will, obviously prevent some troops being lost here and there. We need as many as possible because these places tend to get some ridiculous garrisons. Apparently we won? How did we win? 83% occupation of Yunkai. Oh, 50% holds Farak Kwokazai. That must be his heir. Yeah. No? Farak? Yeah, it is his heir. Right, there we go. Thank you very much. Boom. Good war. Well done, team. Nice. So what do we got? We got the actual capital of Yunkai. That's incredible, because obviously that is an insanely good province. We also got the Demon Road, and we got Borash. So we got a province that should be ours. A province that we, for some reason, have. We really shouldn't, but that's fine. This dude we should antagonize, so that he tries to assassinate us, we can imprison him, then we can get rid of him. Or he goes into rebellion. Either way would be pretty great. Borash, we have a new Merchant Republic under, which I'm not a big fan of. We'd like to get rid of that one too. Because not only do Merchant Republics give you a malice for the whole wrong government type thing, but... no, you stay where you are. You're getting burnt in a second, my friend. Obviously, having a Merchant Republic is bad if you're feudal anyway, but them being a different culture and different religion, probably not best, especially as we're about to burn his old liege. Right, 15 prisoners. Can we just mass execute a lot of them? Execute imprisoned. This will upset the rulers in Yunkai. I don't give a shit. Burn her. Oh, this is so good. Burn him. Execute imprisoned. Burn him. That's going to give us 3 sacrifices to R'hllor, because he's a king. King's blood is worth more. Goodbye. Thank you very much. Holy shit. How much money am I losing? I could ransom all these people out. Or we, offer up sacrifices to the Red God for curing us of all our diseases. For naming us Azor Ahai and giving us a flamey sword. I feel like this is fair. Alright, problem solved. There we go. Right, now I imagine we've got a shit ton of sacrifices to R'hllor now, because obviously they were all relatives of a king. Wonder what would happen if we'd have burnt them before we burnt the king, or whether or not that affects it. Anyway, we've now got 26.75 sacrifices to R'hllor, so if we're ever under threat, if we're ever being plotted against, we have so much defense now. Plus, I think there's a fairly good chance we'll probably be resurrected, even if we are murdered at this stage. One tower could be usurped. The High City of Yunkai. Thank you very much. I think we'll be taking that one. Does it get a different name when it's under Valyria? No, it's still called Yunkai. That's fine. Unlanded Sons, Prince Vaermin. What have we got that we could give him, realistically? We've got the City of Yunkai. I'll give that one away. Honestly, I don't really want to give him anything. Yeah, no, I'd like to keep this Dracon... I mean, until Draconis is built up from being a colony, until Anagaria is complete, there's no point giving it to the AI, because they always mismanage it. This kid also very good. Fashionable, honourable, just. Content is very, very good for a kid that's not in line. You know, flat terrain expert, leads from rear, attractive. It's just so good. We'd like definitely turn this game around in the course of a couple of generations here. Opinion of Bob. -100. Executed my subject. -210. That's so good. No murderer, foreign, religion, cruel, ambitious. Desires the High Lordship of Yunkai. Yeah, no shit. Hopefully. Oh, man, he's still got 19,000 men, though. Where are you getting all these goddamn troops from, my dude? Actually, where are you getting all these troops from, though? From Domain. What domain have you got that's giving you this many friggin' men? City of Giscard Point is giving him nothing. This is also giving him nothing. What is he? Oh, he's got Marine. Of course, he's still got Marine. But that should be from vassals, though, not his own personal domain. This one gives a fair amount, to be fair. I just forget how powerful the castles are in the Game of Thrones one. We are going to have to be careful. This dude could just launch a counterattack and potentially win it. He is still almost our rival here, our direct match. So let's start fabricating claims on... we've already got a claim on Marine, though, haven't we? Am I wrong? Oh, we got a claim on the Duchy of Marine, which doesn't exist, I assume. It belongs to this dude. Right, okay, and that's under... And that's under a Dothraki, so we could declare war for Marine, but we'd have to take it from this Dothraki dude. Even then, it wouldn't give us anything. It would just give us the, yeah, it would just give us the title, the High Lordship of Marine, but then we'd be at risk of losing that because we have no land in Marine, so that's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Right, let's start fabricating claims on there, then. When we've got Giscard Point, I'll basically just start fabricating claims on everything. Now, we could do the Dragon Conquest, and I almost feel like at this stage... Why the hell wouldn't we? Look at us. I mean, we're so incredibly good. We've got so many sacrifices to allure. Mr. Worldwide, let's go on a tour of the world, get as much dragon knowledge as possible, and then come back and just scorch the place in Dragonfire. So we're going to lead a small detachment, only a few thousand men, just to go around the world. Honestly, this is way too much. Have we got any, like, smaller army? Yeah, 705 would be a lot better. So let's put those down, because that's, again, way too many troops. Send just the smallest army we can. We're going to be the head of that, and then we're just going to go and visit all the different places in the world and get the dragon knowledge. Do we have any, like, small amount of ships? Anybody got any of those small amount of ships? Because I don't particularly want to take, you know, 100 boats. Ah, there we go. 3 boats will do it? No, 3 boats will not do it. Let's see what we've got. So we could potentially split one of these down, I think. Unfortunately, 37 boats are the smallest we've got. Right, so first things first, we'll head to Asshai. Topbog Spoff himself. Go and get their dragon knowledge. Oh my god, I thought that was someone declaring war on us then. Wait, why have we got this dude? Oh, right, we're antagonizing him. Yeah, to get him to rebel. Understandable. So let's head over. We've got ourselves a slave. Thank you very much. And let's go sell him off immediately. Any gold is good gold. Time to do business. Please. Just 15 gold. 5 gold. 3. So we're not going into war or anything. We're not looters. We're just going to go stand in Asshai for a bit and hopefully learn something about dragon lore. Basically get a pop-up. An event will trigger when we've spent enough time there basically saying, oh, the dragons, they're so really nice and good. And then apparently that teaches you how to hatch a dragon better. My courtier, Alaman Meza Mega, has... Whatever. Who cares? Give me that dragon knowledge, Asshai. Do we have to go up to Stygi for it? I hope not. That place is cursed. We were high above the courtyard with courtiers scurrying around looking like ants. I heard my bow and bow to be brought before me and started shooting at them. My bow and bow, laughing in panic. They threw looks up at me. The next shot will be aim low. Chance of her gaining wounded. Oh, she gains wounded. Opinion of her, changed by -10. I will aim high this time. 50% chance she dies, 50% chance she's maimed horribly, gains a trait severely injured, and he gets -20 opinion. Oh, that's him. So do we want to maim our master at arms, or do we want to wound a courtier? I think we'll just wound a courtier. Oh, shit. You've spent countless hours sketching up plans for different building projects when suddenly you realize you could display your extraordinary architectural skills. Sure, why the hell not? This will be glorious. We won't be able to afford it. That's not far off the truth, but we'll do it anyway. We're not getting this dragon knowledge, honestly. I know a craftsman that has the skill, 48 gold. It normally fires a lot faster than this. We'll head over to some other sites first. Maybe we already got it from Asshai. Maybe I'm going crazy. Right, let's sell the smoking seed. That should tell us something about dragons, I'm sure. Or it'll kill us horribly. My liege, my working Giscard Point seems to have come to fruition by bribing, holding, and extorting, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 doing basically 100 things. We've finally gained a claim. Might be a little bit of a bad time for that, seeing as we are also doing the Great Tower event, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass that we're spending so much gold. Can we take out a loan still? Take a loan from a vassal. If they had 450 gold, we'd be able to. None of our vassals are rich enough, unfortunately. We can't take a loan from the Iron Bank or anywhere. Why can't we take a loan from anywhere? I suppose Karth is shut down. It's under new administration, thanks to Topbog Spoff. Maybe Bravos just don't have any loans to give right now. I don't know how the new banking system works at all. You know what? If we get enough high enough stewardship, though, if we get rid of Craven, take the hunting focus, we could just try and... Oh, no, wait, Marshall, idiot. Stewardship. So we need 16 stewardship to start a bank. This, with the architect trait, should give us a couple more stewardship. We could go on some business expeditions. That has a chance of increasing your stewardship as well. We might be able to open our own bank. King Grace Bob. The Iron Throne is under attack from the Sunset Empire and in need of aid. Do we want to join a coalition with King Orion Targaryen, the last other High Valyrian, against the Aztec Empire? Now, obviously they're going to lose, otherwise they wouldn't ask us for aid. They have 61,000 men. The Aztecs probably have close to 200k. The Aztecs have 200,000 men, almost exactly. They're not going to win that, let's be honest. They're not even going to scratch the surface. Now, what the Sunset Empire declaring war for? For the Iron Islands. So it's not that much of a loss. They're also at war with Lord Paramount Howland of the North. Paramount Howland of the North? Oh, the Aztecs have a king under them. Honestly, I don't really care. I'm going to say we should not get involved. We've got much bigger fish to fry than this. This is very unfortunate. Do we want to spend 350 gold and get amphitheater patron and an amphitheater in Elyria? Honestly, I can't afford it, especially because we have the tower event. It's definitely not worth doing that for now. Oh shit, it just occurred to me why we're not getting any Dragon Lore. Because we're not the one leading the goddamn armies, you big fool. Right, there we go. Let's try this again. That's not us. Baynard King Bob. Right, take 2. There we go, and almost right on cue there. Instantly, on Dragonstone, you notice the stone dragons on the walls of the old castle. What if those huge stone beasts could once again come to life and fill the skies with fire? I wonder why we weren't getting that event, you big idiot. Right, now let's head to Harrenhal and go and take a look at the power of Dragonflame and learn a little bit more about that. News for another retainer salad. I can't be bothered with that right now. Right, Harrenhal, what have you got for me? I think it triggers, what is it, like at the start of every month? Here we go. When moving past the gates of Harrenhal, you notice the black melted stone. There's only one thing in the world that can mount those walls. Dragonfire. Amazing. So now we have, I believe, 2 pieces of knowledge. We might have a third as well from Elyria or any of the Valyrian provinces. Right, next one is the Field of Fire, which is somewhere around here. I honestly don't know which one it is. What have we got? We've got the ring. The ring. Okay, we've got the ring. We've got Harpshire, Greenfield. It's definitely somewhere around here, but I'm not going to waste my time wandering around the Reach looking for Dragonfire. So the next place is, so we've got it from Dragonstone, we've got it from there. King's Landing, I believe, has the Dragon Pits, which also give Dragon Knowledge. We'll go and have a look around there as well. That's some really good news. After many months of rebuilding, the ruins of Elyria are finally resembling a habitable place. Nice. And Dragon Pits? Do you have anything for me? Oh, God. An Elyria native revolt. A saucy Valyrian. God damn it, we'll deal with that in a minute. Sure. Hey, there we go. While in King's Landing, you visit the Dragon Pit, where once the beasts of Old Valyria were bred. The great pits and crumbling walls fill your mind with fantasies. If only the dragons still lived. What if there's life in these old stones after all? Right, so that's definitely 3 out of 5. Now, the other one I believe is the Smoking Sea and then Asshai. There are 6 pieces overall, and obviously the other one is in the Field of Fire. There might even be another one somewhere else, but I honestly don't remember where. Doesn't matter too much. We've already got an absurd dragon hatching chance. Like I said, culture, religion, chosen by law, bloodlines, everything gives us this huge chance to win this. Now, oh, hang on. Our troops are still at home, aren't they? We didn't actually send many people. Right, this should be more than enough on the mainland. I don't think I need to send anybody from the capital. Put your boys down. Keep those boys in North Valyria, and you can stay there as well. You have braved the Smoking Sea, where many ships have gone and not gone back. You've seen yourself the great fires that ripped Old Valyria asunder and vanquished most of their dragons. If only I could replicate such intense heat. One more. We're going to go to Asshai, because I know that, I definitely know that's another place. Again, there could be many other places. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember off the top of my head. We will go to Asshai as well. Try and hatch whatever we can from there. Of course, we've not actually done this in any of the Topbog trilogy, because Topbog just tamed a wild dragon. But this, we're doing it from scratch. Now, obviously, the downside to this is the dragon is obviously going to be a year old. We can't go to war with it until I believe it's like 5 or 6 years of age, because it's not big enough to do any damage or to breathe fire. So, until then, oh my god, he wants 120 gold for a monument. So, this event is based on if they're, like, greedy, if they're self-obsessed, things like that, if they're vain, it will sort of ruin the event. But this dude, genius, content, gregarious, honourable, patient, diligent, he's very, very good. He's an insanely good character. He's also my master of coin. So be it, surprise me. I think we'll trust this dude with 120 gold. I'm so annoyed. They managed to destroy the colony in Elyria. They had a siege event that basically... Oh, and it's just immediately invalid. So that's 300 gold basically down the shitter then. 400 gold down the shit. Okay, fuck you two. Unbelievable. Right, it doesn't matter too much. We're going to hatch a dragon anyway, so then they're all going to burn. I am a little bit obsessed with this dragon, I will admit. I probably could have saved that a lot sooner. Your Grace, I'm sure you're aware that Gold North Valyria owes my house. Who are you? A lowborn man. Son of... Just a lowball man. How charitable. I don't think he even can reclaim it. The ancient city of Asshai is famed for its knowledge of the arcane. Some say dragons still live in the mountains of the Shadowlands. You speak as many mages as possible as you can about dragon lore. Did you hear at the time Topbog Spoff came flying over from the Manticore Isles on a dragon he tamed? Yeah, me too. Right, let's move back to the capital. I guess there's nothing left to do but to hatch a dragon now and then burn Yunkai, Astapor, and Mayreen down to the ground. Now, there is still a very, very minute chance this could be a horrible mistake. The egg can be permanently lost. We can die and even become severely injured. Family members of ours can die. We can burn Elyria to the ground. Still going to do it, though, obviously. You have your egg in the pie prepared, ready to hatch a flame. Ready to light. I was going to say that doesn't make much sense. Ready to light a flame and attempt the hatching. Proceed. Note, this is a very dangerous event, which is not to be taken lightly. The less knowledge you've gathered about dragons, the more likely the hatching will be to fail. Failure can mean the death for you or your family members, or we can say it's too dangerous. Proceed. There we go. Time has come. I've gathered enough knowledge to hatch a dragon from my dragon egg. No one will be able to stand against me. Fire and blood. You can rename this dragon using the rename dragon action. Gain 1,000 prestige, 50% chance of gaining ambitious. Come on. This is the cherry on the cake. He actually freaking got it, and he put on a really nice crown. Look at this boy. Do we want to give the dragon the name? Well, that's a great question. Do we? One lucky person at home. I know I do this a lot, but it's kind of fun. I'm going to pick the most upvoted comment from this episode to name the dragon. We're going to leave it exactly as it is now, exactly as you see it. Then when we come back, the first thing we can do is rename our lovely dragon Quillanarion. Again, as I said at the start of the video, unfortunately the new Patreon list is kind of a mess right now. Again, all Patreon's fault due to their payment issues at the start of the month. If you're not on the list, please get in touch so I can set up a custom Discord role for you so that we can still stay in touch via the Patreon group. It does seem a little weird that they would just immediately remove all of those things from you for them declining your payment. I don't know, it seems a bit fucked up to me, but anyway. Big shout out to Zachary Harris, Harik, Lucas Holting, Sean Thornton, Haydog Sidini, Tim Bragg, Lolrus, Vacuous Bacchus, Jocelyn, Dean Tesla, Tyler Birch, Jacob Alexander Fenton, Palvers Presley, Asuna Kirito, Logan Thorne, Conspired Seed, Jimbo, Orcswolf, Facundo Vasquez, Tom Terrier 18, Average Gamer 419, Escape, and Jackson Woodman for their support of the ridiculously insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you all for that. And a big shout as well to Nathaniel Lindbergh, Brandon Antoniak, Euphrates, Jack Allen, Betimus Max, Panther Pearl, Gabriel Van Ders, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, Joran De Vries, Haji Duman, Alpha Scuff, Kevin Saunders, Don Cody 2 and 7, Zep McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Chris, Sir Thor the Swede, Asro, Nick, Will Wade, Noah Gallimore, Fraser Brennan, The Insane Pickle, and Adam Person. Thank you all for your support as well.